Explaining growing patterns, the toothpick problem. Patterns are all around us. That is why, starting in preschool, students find patterns with shapes and letters. Later, students start to find patterns in the sequence of numbers. Starting in 5th to 6th grade, your teacher might show you this visual of toothpicks. The teacher then might give you an equation that goes with the visual. In this case, let's look at how the equation 3n plus 1 equals t, how it can be used to figure out how many total toothpicks are in each stage. What? At this point, you might be thinking, what does 3n plus 1 equals t have to do with square toothpicks? Let's start by looking at the visual of toothpicks again to help us understand the growing pattern. The first picture or visual has 1 square and 4 toothpicks. The second picture has 2 squares and 7 toothpicks. Finally, the third picture or visual has 3 squares and 10 toothpicks. Let's review. With each additional picture or stage, I add 1 more square, and the amount of toothpicks increases by 3. Wait, the equation is 3n plus 1 equals t. A square has 4 sides, not 3, and I'm adding 3 toothpicks, not 1. How does this equation go with this pattern? Let's look closer and decompose our visual. Instead of seeing squares, I see groups of 3, which looks like C's. Then the line at the end closes my figure off, and that is the plus 1. Let's look at it another way using colors. The first picture is my yellow C. The second picture is the yellow C and pink C, each with 3 toothpicks. The third picture is the yellow, pink, and green C's, 3 groups of 3. If I extend the pattern, I would add another group of 3 in blue and close it off with 1 toothpick at the end, my plus 1. Let's see it in action. You start off with 4 blue toothpicks, or a square. Then you add 3 yellow toothpicks to create the C. Since the yellow C replaces the right side of the blue square, you move the blue toothpick plus 1 to close out the yellow square. Let's see it again. 3 yellow toothpicks. And now you move the blue toothpick to close out the yellow square, the plus 1. Then you add 3 green toothpicks, your times 3, 3n, and then once again taking the 1 blue toothpick to close out the square, your plus 1. That is why 3n or 3 C's plus 1 toothpick that closes off the square equals t, the total number of toothpicks.